Welcome back to the right direction. We're dressed a certain way. It's very nice and summery out there in London. I think it's about maybe 20 degrees today. Josephine, you're looking really nice. What's the temperature out there today?
I think it's about 21 degrees.
21
Yeah.
degrees. Rosetta, enjoying it?
Yeah,
Very
yeah. Oh,
nice.
lovely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Love
So,
this.
you look wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We're just showing Nigerian fashion sense. No open backs, no open bra. You know, just saying from our previous show. Somebody said something, but today, something has happened in the Nigerian community that I want to draw your attention to. There's a Nigerian guy due to marry uh, in somewhere in Houston, I think last week, and suddenly he was arrested along with his fiancee. Um, they were arrested for fraud totaling 3.12 million, including, as the DA named, I will call his name in the course of this program, romance, scam, fraud, and stuff. And they were looking forward. Their wedding was actually supposed to be last week, in big wedding in USA and I think in Nigeria. Now, somebody has commented that if not that the American system caught up with these people, Nigerians would have built this wedding of the year as we do with many lavish ceremonies. That it that's why I brought up this subject today to say, take the politicians out of it. Isn't it time we Nigerians stand up to start questioning source of wealth? It's not enough for us to only partake in lavish things and lavish ceremonies without asking where the money has come from, and we use that as a benchmark. Not just that we don't ask; it's just also the younger ones are trying to live up to that tag. So I want to start now. Are we focusing on politicians when we're talking about stolen money and forgetting our own moral obligation, or are we just too far gone? What do you think?
Yeah, it can be a combination of both. It could be that we are just too far gone, that everything about money is all we think about. Doesn't matter where the money comes from. Uh, a 5-year-old child will end up bringing billions home. Parents will not ask where the money comes from. And even a 10-year-old child can just decide to build a house and buy cars and buy this and buy that. No parents will question that child as to where the money is from. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, my nephew. Thought, I spoke to my nephew this weekend. I think it was last weekend. Today's actually Saturday. Last weekend, actually, told me one of his cousins' father passed away, and they were having a party in Nigeria, a funeral party in Nigeria, and the child is only 21, invited all his friends. I believe they were his court friends or whatever. Said money were flowing on the floor. The grounds were covered in money. They were packing money using Ghana must go. The mother was happy. The mother was happy that the child have friends and have money that brought the same amount of money. If this guy had succeeded and gone ahead and completed the wedding, would have been splattered all over the newspaper in Nigeria. Look at how rich they are. Nobody will question how the money came about.
I like that. I like that example, Rosetta. It's everywhere. If we didn't pick up this story to talk about it today, we were probably going to see another lavish wedding. But
Yeah.
if you look from where you're sitting and the lavish wedding, how often do you come into Nigerians that have unexplained source of wealth, and even in a gathering, that is the center of attention? Nobody ever. It looked like it's a normal thing
It
now.
is.
Well, yes, it is the
It's the
norm.
norm.
I mean, I don't kind of, I mean, I'm just an ordinary person. So the likelihood of me being
In
among
that
those
environment.
people,
Yeah.
is very slim.
It's
Do
rare.
you understand?
Yeah.
Because I don't look like them. I don't sound like them. I'm
And you
not
don't
where
behave
they
like them.
actually
Yeah.
are. Yeah, so, no, but I saw this wedding. No, I saw it was someone doing their 60th birthday or something like that in Nigeria. And every table had a bag of 18 karat gold.
Oh
Not
my
not not a bag,
goodness.
like the design.
The
Like the choker,
Yeah.
the earring,
The earring, the
and
set.
the set, and it was 18 karat gold. And I
As
was
a
like,
gift to
yes,
to
to
the
everybody that attended, and I was like, oh my
goodness.
So yeah, I think we're kind of used to seeing those
Oh,
things, and
yes.
it actually makes. Well, it doesn't make me smile.
No,
But
makes other people
when
smile.
you're like that, it makes people happy, and people talk about you like they're the happening guys in
And
town.
sometimes they can compare
And
you to
yes,
those people.
yeah.
Good. Joe, I'm coming to you now. This sort of ceremonies, this thing that Rosetta has said now, 18 karat gold display, you know, have you felt in a place where you want to say something, but you feel suppressed? That you see this person and you know this is not right, but you are part of the crowd and you don't know where to start from.
I mean, I could be part of the crowd, but that doesn't mean I'm in tune with what is happening. I'm not
Yeah.
happy with it. Because if you work very hard, yes, you know your source of money, you will not be splashing it. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's obvious and evident that there's something they have actually put their hands in to get that kind of wealth of to the extent of putting 18 karat gold on the table to gift people. So it's I don't honestly I can't I will be there if I'm being invited. I'm not gonna ask you, oh, if you invite me, are you guys gonna I will go there as a guest and enjoy myself, but I will be wild to say, oh my goodness, what is this?
I like this.
And I
So,
will
so
take the gold.
Yeah.
I come to you. Would you see, is there a time close where Nigerians would recluse themselves to say, I've been invited to a party and I just don't want to go because I don't want to represent. I know that person and I'm quite aware that you know their lifestyle is not the type I want to be associated with. Would Nigerians be able to pull themselves away from that?
No, I don't think so. I don't think there's any Nigerian that would say, I don't like the way he makes his money or she makes her money. Because of that, I'm not going to her party. A Nigerian person will be the first person to go to that party and collect whatever they want to collect and then come home and say, he's bloody rich. And that's what they will talk about.
Yeah.
That's the norm in Nigeria. Nobody cares where you get your money from. As the saying goes in Benin, they say, "Ego etebe no hia." So
It's true.
people goes by that. Ego etebe hia. No money don't tell you where it comes from. So people do not ask where money comes from in Nigeria.
I like now parables. You see this sort of parable that
Yeah.
Sosa has just referenced to now. You look at the parents accepting this type of money. If you were to lay a blame, a finger, or say, this is where I want to turn this corner from, would it be the law? Would it be the parents? Where would you start?
It'll be everything.
It's
the law
both.
and the
It's
parents.
everything.
both.
Everything.
You can't separate one
No,
from
you
the
can't
other.
separate
everything.
it. It's everything.
Which one? If I stay here, there are many parents, as we hear and we watch in Nollywood movies, that openly reject fast money from their children. You know,
Yes.
they are not celebrated by other parents. They're not celebrated by the society.
Yeah.
What do you think must be done to at least say, celebrate, you know, this man has done the right thing, whether the child listens, whether anybody listens, what sort of way are you going to champion the underdog, the parents who is saying the right thing in our society?
Well, parents, you're there to guide your children, isn't it? And if there is anything out there that you don't want your children to
do.
I wouldn't want my child to actually think it's so easy to get money, yeah,
Money.
that I don't want to go to school
Yeah,
because I can
yeah,
make money.
yeah.
I mean, I went to see one of my families, you know, as
Yeah,
a social
yeah,
worker,
yeah.
and this little boy, I was asking him, what do you want to do in the future? And he said, I want to be a YouTuber. And I just thought, you know, and I said, why? And he said, because I want to make money.
I want to make money.
So
Yeah.
you see, basically he said, so I said, so is education important to you at all, apart from being a YouTuber? He said, yes. He said, but people make quick money. My friends, even some of my
already
friends
making money,
already
yeah.
make,
Yeah.
you understand? So it's the habits that you actually inculcate in your children. Yeah. And let them have positive role models. You know, celebrate those people who go out there and work,
Yeah.
that can actually say, I worked hard for this money.
Yeah.
Not somebody just coming. Because if you don't work for that money, you spend it carelessly.
Carelessly. Yeah.
Yes. So
What kind of action? You know,
it's the law.
I would say
It's the law. When you say what kind of action, if the law will actually deal with it, I will say okay. But I
Then
don't.
parents will not encourage their children.
Yes.
No, but let me say it
Yeah.
like this. You know, the look of somebody who has worked for their money and somebody who has not worked for their money is pretty easy. I don't want to make it complicated. I think you can see it from the gate. You
Yes,
understand?
yes.
Who's this
What
one is
cards,
sweat
yeah.
and this. Now, can we resist it? Because nobody's forcing us into that party. Nobody's forcing us not to stand our own moral ground. Nobody's forcing us not to say. Nobody's forcing us not to say that I'm not in tune with your lifestyle and I'm not coming to
Well,
your
you-
But
party.
the reason is-
Let's go first. Go, Joseph. Go. Why do you think?
But the thing is, you wouldn't know what lifestyle, what they have actually dig or put themselves into, because you can't go around asking someone to say,
How did you
so
get
how did you?
Somebody you don't know or know is inviting you to a party where there's 18 karat
Yes.
gold on the
Yeah.
table. You must know if that person is able to afford that and where they're coming from. You don't have to go. But do you go? Do we
go.
have do we have it enough?
will go. I
will
Do
go.
you understand? And
I
so,
will go for the party.
Okay.
Why?
But however, I mean, he or she invited me for the party.
Yeah.
I will go there because if I don't go to the party, how will I know? How will I see all these things? So I will go there. But me per se, somebody offering me 18 karat gold in a party, will I take it? No, I will not take it because, like I said earlier, I'm going to be amazed as to how did this wealth come about. To the extent that you're even giving out 18 karat gold to everybody in this critical period where people are hungry. No, I will not.
Okay.
Now, your question is,
Can you stand?
Can you
represent yourself?
resist?
Yes.
I can't resist that. That's because I have been cultured and I've been taught that moral. But people that are not taught that moral, where their parents have been doing it in front of them, everyone around them has been doing it, they will know when to stop. They will not know the difference between right and wrong. They will not know how to question how someone's get money
What came
because
about, yeah.
nobody has ever questioned that when they were growing up or where they were raised or wherever they live. Because I have that moral input in me that made me to question. But if somebody don't have that input, if it's not there, it's not something you just kind of
Switch on.
yes, no, you can't just switch it on.
Why would you not question where the money is coming from? Would you not say you don't?
Well, it's not for me to question. I was actually invited by a friend. It's not,
What about if it's
no,
someone
you
you
mean-
know?
No,
What-
if, no.
what
Are
is-
you talking about
no,
if it's somebody
and
I know?
you know the person and
Yes.
you're not forced to approve this lifestyle. They're inviting you to a lavish party. Who can you stand and say you are not going?
I can't say I am not going, but it's actually my choice.
Yes.
Whether I want to go or not to go. If I want to go, I will go. And if I don't want to go, I will not go for my own personal
Sake.
reasons. I don't need to say why. If it's going to cost me my life, for example, if some people, I think I have one or two friends that I know, they are doing this cult thing,
Okay.
and I know if I go there, I will not come back into my life. Then I am not going there.
But you know that you were gonna get 18 karat gold
But
there.
no, but that party where they gave 18 karat gold, I am going to accept 18 karat gold. I'm sorry, I'm not asking you where you got your money from. I came to a party. They are gifting everybody. Do
No,
I
I
want to
think
be?
I think Les, your question is
Yeah,
your
what's
question is
Am I
if you
missing it?
know if you know
No.
that the person's ways of making money is
Yeah.
not good. This is somebody close to you.
Yes.
Like if you know that her ways of making money is not good.
Yes.
Yet she invites you to the party.
Yes.
Would you resist?
Would you
you
stay-
say
would you
because
stay-
I know that your ways are not good, I'm not coming
I'm
to
not
your
coming
party.
to that party.
No, I want to go to a party. I want to party.
That's
Yeah,
all right.
but I will party, but I
want
will
to
not
party,
accept
but I
any-
will not do the things you are doing just because I know what you're doing. I don't want to be part of it. I'll come to a party for the sake of actually socializing
Yeah.
and having fun.
Exactly.
Okay, Dennis, we must cultivate the culture of frowning at this behavior
Yes.
at every level.
Yes,
You understand?
I
Because
agree.
I
if
will
we
frown at it.
if we leave these things, when they magnify, they become the society
Yes,
we see
yes,
today.
yes.
You understand? So if if we have
You frown at it if you know the source.
Uh,
You
yeah,
can't
no,
just
but-
assume.
no, but wait,
That's
wait,
what
wait.
he
Let
said.
us, let us,
Yeah.
let us. Yeah.
Yeah.
If we know that we are Nigerians, and that's why I said when you come in from the gate, you know hardworking money from even if somebody doesn't tell you the intimate story. But our social responsibility to our society, to our country, things have gone overboard. We should bring that back to the slate.
Yes.
And maybe the people doing it just need us to say it. That what you are doing
It's not
is
right.
not right because it's
Yeah.
us they're inviting
Yeah.
to the party.
I
They're
will not
not
be part of
actually,
it.
yeah, they're not actually inviting the people you described last week, like the beggars and all the ones on the street. It's the people that they think are of the same profile, the people that they want to impress, and the tendencies are is those people they will listen
They
to.
will listen
But
to.
are we saying anything? And or should we start saying something?
We should start saying something.
To say, my friend,
Yeah.
you understand? This is our country. Would we make any success if we start saying something, or would they not just invite us?
They will not just invite you.
If you're
That's
going,
what's gonna
if you're
happen.
going to tell them what they don't want to hear,
They will not.
They
They
won't
will not.
invite
They'll
you.
cut you off. Actually.
So
What
now we
about
have
you?
now we have the floor. So we're going to do what we normally do. We're going to talk to Nigeria from a moral compass because we don't want people being arrested trying to live a lavish fake life, especially young people who have not started life before. So I'll start from Esosa. What would be your advice to Nigerians who are going through this unnecessary? There's no light at the end of this tunnel trying to live
not
like
at
these
all.
people. So
They got arrested now.
they got arrested now. They're not getting married anymore. The guy is 34, the girl is 26. They're going, they said one of the count 10 years. This is America. You know they don't
Oh,
play.
they will do that 10
They will do
years.
that 10 years. So what is your advice to young people chasing unexplained wealth?
Well, every action have consequences. If you chase wealth too quick, you go to jail too quick. I think moral is the key. Parents to instill some morals into their children. That's what I say. Teach your children the ways of the ways that they will not depart from. Teach them what you want them to learn. For example, if you want them to be a good person, if you want them to respect, if you want them to follow the law, start teaching them from a young age to set rules and ground rules in your household so the child learns the difference between right and wrong, what I can do, what I cannot do. Because when children grow up in an environment where there are no rules and regulations, children go out to the society and break the law.
Good. Rosetta, we faced with a situation, what would you say?
Yeah, charity begins at home. The morals, the things you learn is what your parents inculcate in you. That would be you tomorrow. And don't have big eyes for big things. Big eyes for big things. What you can actually work for and earn, rather than envying people trying to go on the fast lane, because the fast lane will not take you anywhere but prison.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you. Josephine, now
Yes. What I would say to our youth is, work hard and don't look at any other person and run very fast, because you will not go far if you do that. Work hard and remember all the morals and values that your parents had instilled in you and use it for your tomorrow. Because if you do the crime, you will definitely be doing the time. And that's not what we want for our youth. We want you all to be a better person, better version of yourselves, working very hard, and yes, becoming someone very, successful in life without going through the dark road to make money.
let me just say something quickly here. The spirit of contentment. Is that something we don't preach enough? Like because I know how I tell my children. They ask me for something that I don't have. I said you have to be content. You can't have everything, and it's not just you saying. I think they look at you. I think it's whether you are content with what you have, and say it's the spirit of contentment lost on Nigerians, because you do counseling, you see problems in the home and you see integration problems.
Yes.
A lot of people associate success and content to money. Like you rightly said, Josephine, you teach your child that having money is not what defines you as being a happy person or makes you as a success.
That's right.
Perhaps you were not very good in English. Perhaps you were not very good in maths. But you went and you studied medical sciences. and you come out with a good degree. For me, that is a success.
Success.
For a child that probably had additional needs, now struggled through the additional needs, and then went to college, went to university. That is a success. It's not about money.
I like
That's
what
what
you-
content comes from.
Yes.
I like it. Have we lost praising small things? If it doesn't, if it's not big, if it's not
Money.
18 carat, if it's not big car, if it's not big house, if it doesn't look like what other people will praise us for, before we praise it, have we lost that?
And well, some of us, it's not all lost
all.
because it's just a percentage, and money is not everything.
No.
When you look in Hollywood, you see how many people throwing themselves
From
down
the-
from the
yeah,
building. They
15th floor.
have money, they have everything. But when you have money, you have everything in life, you don't have all the friends you used to have. Do you understand? Because you lose a lot.
Yes.
Yes, so you have to say to yourself, I'm going to be content with what I have.
have.
What I have,
Contentment
yes.
comes from
From
within.
We're within,
Yes.
yes.
Yes. A lot of families in Nigeria are not going to be content. If I put the poor families into the mix of things, yeah, they won't have contentment because a mom that has children at home and the child is crying and I don't have any food. How is she going to be content?
content, yeah.
Where would she find contentment from?
Good,
Yes.
good
so-
answer. I close it off with you. Is contentment affected by what you see, what you have access to? Like there's a woman who could be okay with her husband, but his friend or her friend's husband is doing very well in the same system. Would that affect? Is that affecting our spirit of contentment? Not.
Yeah, not everyone is affecting
It
it.
does.
Yes. You see a wife telling the husband, "Oh, look at our friend. They've just bought a new house. Look at us. We are still here." And all whatnot. And then that would now drive that man to go do what he's not supposed to do because he has someone at home who is nagging him morning till night to go get that money for them to buy a house. So I would say yes, but it's not all.
Not for everyone.
It's not everybody. I will say something my dad always say. He said, when you have surplus, you lose track.
You do.
But when you have very little and you're looking forward to saying, "Oh, I want to buy that thing. When I save up, I will buy it." He said it's more sweeter and you have inner peace. But when you go out there and you do what everybody is doing and then you land yourself into a deep hot water, you have all this money, but you're still not happy.
happy.
That inner
Yeah.
peace is not
It's
there
not there.
anymore. It's not there.
Absolutely.
So thank you.
I
Thank
agree.
you very much. We don't co-sign this type of behavior. That's what we want to say. It's a new Nigeria now, and we want uprightness for the future. Thank you very much. It's been another wonderful show. Thank you so much.
Thank
ladies.
you.
See you next
you.
week.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
I'm Nigerian.